Hello and a very warm welcome. I am Ruchi Sharma. Although Bitcoin ordinals are rising, NFT lending is gaining traction, big brands are betting big on NFTs. Still, since the start of 2023, we have seen more fall in NFT sales than rise. What is the reason behind it? When will the scenario for NFTs in India market change? To answer these questions and many more, we have a special guest with us, Mr. Rohaan Khan, co-founder of Fanta Labs. Welcome to 3.2 TV, Rohaan.
Thank you so much, Ruchi.
Rohaan, so 2023 started on a very good note, but with time, we are seeing NFT sales volume drying up. Although we are seeing that Bitcoin ordinals have come, NFT lending is gaining traction. What do you think is the reason behind it? What is the current NFT market scenario? And also, if you can tell us what projects are you working on?
So, starting with current market scenario, what we have seen in the 2021 bull run, 2020 and 2021 bull run, where the NFT marketplace actually got a huge amount of traction and volume. That was more towards the bull run, and that was a segment where major of the audience were getting into crypto and NFTs. But one major reason over there was in terms of understanding the tech behind it. So major of the audience was more towards the trading aspects towards it, or just getting their skin in the game in terms of crypto. But as soon as the 2023 year started, we have seen a falling drop in terms of the user count or the trading volume, but it also defines in terms of we have active traders and users for now as well. So with services coming up as NFT lending or something on those lines, it is actually an advantage for these users, those who have been holding on to NFTs for a while, because these NFT holders, they actually see the potential in terms of these NFTs. Okay, and they are more of a long-term holders. So in this case, how it happens is where these NFT lending actually give them advantage of not just sell their NFTs and get some profit out of it, but they can rent it out or lease it out to other users who are looking up for it, and they can get a certain amount of cash. And this is all being monitored through a smart contract. So there's no chance of failure. If you actually pay whatever the amount is on you, you get your NFT back, or the NFT, it's there in the smart contract where if you default your amount, it gets liquidated, or the other person gets it on a very discounted price. So it's a win-win situation for either side. Then apart from this, coming on to what I am doing personally is I've been a crypto marketer. I've been in the space for the last 4 years per se, and I've worked with exchanges and multiple other projects. Okay, so what we have understood on our way throughout this journey is where users are actually getting the game into crypto, and with initiatives like Learn, and where it's more towards where people are trying to educate the masses, it'll actually bring in a change for the whole ecosystem altogether. So you must have seen multiple learn initiatives or educational initiatives running around in the crypto space. There are multiple meetups happening around these things. This will actually help and build the ecosystem more strong. There'll be people who will actually understand the tech behind it, the whole concept of Bitcoin, crypto, or NFTs per se, and then they'll actually jump into it, not only from the trading aspect or trading perspective.
So Rohaan, Blend, Binance, and many other platforms have started NFT lending service. You have talked about it a little. NFT lending is currently really trending. What is the reason for the shift, and what, according to you, is the future of NFT lending?
Sure. So Blend is actually doing a very commendable job for now, but there are also concerns around it. So, as I said earlier, NFT lending per se is where you can lend your NFT and get a certain amount of liquidity in return to it. Okay, so it works either way. If someone's a collector who has a certain amount of NFTs, and if I being a gamer, I need that particular NFT for a particular amount of time to complete a task or something. Rather than purchasing an NFT, I can rent it out from the collector itself. So it gives me a fair advantage where I don't have to put in a large volume to get that NFT, but I can actually use it in exchange of a certain amount of liquidity that I can pass on to it. Secondly, on the lender side, you can actually generate a fixed amount of APR depending on the NFT that you're holding, or depending on around the deal around the transaction that's going around between the two parties, you can generate a 20 to 30% return. So that is actually a very good amount in terms of just holding on to your NFTs, and rather than it being stale around in your wallets, you can utilize it and use it as a liquidity source for you.
Right.
So with Blend coming up, Blend is actually trying to solve this problem. But the major factor that major of these researchers are considering is what if the market volume goes down? What if, because these are all speculative prices. Two people can set and decide the price of an NFT. But what if these prices go down? And what against the collateral of it? This is something that users need to understand before getting into it, before trying their hand into NFT lending. So it's always recommended to do your own research, try to understand it from different perspectives, and then only get into it. Be it either of the financial system, be it crypto or non-crypto, but let's try to understand what exactly it's trying to solve and then get into it.
Right. Absolutely correct. So, if we talk about big brands, NFT markets are flourishing globally. Globally, why is India lagging behind? What is the reason for it, and when do you think this scenario will change?
Okay, so I won't completely agree on it because I've been part of some top Indian NFT communities. So there are a lot of collectors and creators in the Indian economy. But one major part that is somewhere behind is in terms of utilities. So utility NFT utility market holds somewhere around 39 to 40% of the
Okay.
whole NFT share. Okay, so apart from collectibles, people usually want these NFTs as utilities. So, and Indian curator, you must be knowing Digital Pratik. So, Digital Pratik launched his own NFT collection where, in exchange of that NFT, it has a certain amount of value. Users can enroll to his courses and things like that. So, to understand the base concept of NFTs, let's understand it in a way where NFTs are mere wrappers. It can be wrapped around anything and everything. You can wrap around it a domain, and this is more of an authenticity in terms of on the blockchain, and you can wrap around it to a course per se. If I'm launching a course, I'll wrap it around an NFT and I'll announce these NFTs in the market. Like these NFTs are out for sale. Anybody holding these NFTs get an exclusive access to my courses and things like that. So NFTs are mere access to all these things. So that's more towards it. Currently, Indian NFT users are somewhere around 1.5 million. So that's a big amount in terms of NFT users. But still, India is lagging behind in terms of awareness, understanding, and adoption. So these are three
Right.
major factors where India might need to work around things. Because how it started back in 2017 and 18, where there were large chunk of Indian traders getting into the crypto side of it. But as regulation came in place, even major Indian exchanges have seen almost a 60 to 70% drop in terms of volume. So traders are there in the market, but they've been trying to find a way where even if they pay taxes, they have a sustainable amount to it, like the efforts that they're putting into it, a certain amount of it goes into taxes and they are left with certain amount of it. So it might seem in a way where Indian trading ecosystem or Indian NFT ecosystem is not expanding on a global scale in terms of metrics, but on the back end, there are actually people getting into it.
So, Rohan, talking about what recently happened, SEC has filed lawsuits against Binance and Coinbase. This has affected the overall cryptocurrency market. How will it impact the Binance NFT marketplace, and what will be its overall impact on the NFT sector?
Correct. So, with the news around Binance, so Binance BNB token has seen a significant fall. So it was trading somewhere around $310 around that time, and currently it's trading around $230. So it's a very big gap because Binance was trading around $20 to $30 in that scale. So as the news came up, people had a fear, like it was a FUD around that where it was uncertainty, what will happen? Will Binance pause its operations or things like that? Major of these people have funds and Binance accounts. So that was an uncertainty that people usually face. So the whole ecosystem is somewhere interconnected. Yeah.
Okay.
So what I feel is the whole ecosystem is somewhere interconnected, where multiple things and multiple aspects are connected to each other. with news such as Coinbase or Binance coming up, it'll eventually affect the whole ecosystem.
So talking about big brands like we did earlier, big movie production companies like Warner Brothers and giant luxury brands as well as sports leagues are joining the NFT industry. How will it help the NFT sector?
So, yeah, how it works is like where these brands or these production houses are giving users a chance to get the skin in the game, where they can have a part of these legendary movies or series where they can be a part of it. So, with these collections coming up, people can actually have their digital ownership to it. They get some exclusive access to it. They get bragging rights. Like I own a certain amount of these NFTs. So apart from this, they also get a chance to get exclusive access, merchandises, and things like that. So it actually gives a very fair advantage for the users and for the brand itself because now the brand can directly communicate with the users. They can create their own advocates, and these advocates will actually help the brand push and promote in coming future. So either be it Adidas coming up with their digital sneakers, or be it
Nike, Puma.
yeah, exactly. So or be it Warner Brothers with the new Game of Thrones coming up. So it actually adds more value to the whole system because it's more around utilities. People only get into NFTs, but what I believe is people will only get into NFTs where either they see some value to it, attached to it, or they have some utilities around it, which will actually eventually add more benefits to it.
So Rohan, we keep hearing about rug pulls, scams, fake NFTs. So what measures should be taken, or what should be done in order to put a full stop on activities like frauds, scams, wash trading, and rug pulls in the NFT sector?
So it's very hard to put a hard stop on these activities because in any sector that's developing, there are miscreants who actually get into it and try to take like unfair advantage of the whole situation. This is where understanding and awareness takes a vital part. Where users need to do their research get before getting into it. Next is there are platforms such as BitCrunch. BitCrunch was a project that I was working recently on. So BitCrunch helps users identify which is a Rockfall project or any of these NFT scams that are happening. So they track back the wallet addresses and things like that. So projects like these will help them identify where to put their money into. So number one is doing research, and number two would be using of such tools that'll help you identify which is actually a good investment to get into.
Yeah, NFT authentication, there are these
Exactly.
tools that a lot of companies are using. And I hope that it is actually beneficial for users. So now,
Yeah.
there's a lot of talk around AI. AI is really trending and booming, and, different sectors are adopting it and, using it. What is the role of AI in NFTs? Will it be a boon or a bane? Will AI-generated NFTs
Okay.
be able to capture the market?
Okay. So number one, coming over to AI. How I see AI is where in the early 2000s, where computers came in picture, people were very skeptical in terms of using computers as well. They thought that human work might be hampered and people might lose jobs. But currently, in the current scenario, India is one of the leading technological hubs. People are actually diverting their technological work towards India, and that's because of computers being adopted very well in the Indian ecosystem. Similar is with AI. With every technology that comes in, there are advantages and there are disadvantages or attached to it. It's how you are trying to adopt it, how you are trying to learn it. So with AI coming to picture, it's not around where uh, AI will get over into the NFT market and try to take the position of current existing creators. Like the OG creators will always have their collections around it. But these AI generated pictures or AI generated NFTs will help shape the ecosystem in a very new and different manner altogether. So I believe this will be a very good advantage. It's around how well you are adopting the whole change and how you learning and getting into it. Because it's not gonna stop anywhere. It's gonna come and it's gonna happen. So rather than opposing it, let's try to understand and get into it.
And be prepared and welcome AI. That's all in this special segment. This is me, Ruchi Sharma, signing off. Do like, share and subscribe to 3.0 TV. And for more updates, log on to our website www.3versetv.io or scan the QR code.